In the last 18 years, I've sat across from more than 80,000 ambitious people, helping them design their careers. And the conversation that keeps coming up every single week is Google. Everybody wants to work there. Almost no one figures out how. In the next 7 minutes, I'm going to tell you exactly why and what to actually do about it. I'm Toshihiko Irisumi. I run Alpha Academy. Let's go. Here's the brutal truth. 99% of the people who say, I want to work at Google, stay there, and I'd love to someday. 5 years later, they're still saying the same sentence. The 1% who actually make it inside, they're not smarter. They're not better educated. They didn't get lucky. They did one thing differently. They turned it into a project. They designed the path, executed it, and walked in the front door. That's the entire difference. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. So let's start with what Google actually is in 2026. 60,000 employees, 50 plus countries, major hubs across the US, Europe, and Asia Pacific. Mountain View, New York, London, Dublin, Zurich, Tokyo, Singapore, Bangalore. A leveling system from L3 for new grads up through L7 plus for principals. But here's the part most candidates miss. Google is not one company, it's a federation. Search hires differently from cloud. YouTube hires differently from ads. DeepMind hires differently from Pixel. So before you apply anywhere, you need to answer 3 questions. Which Google? Which hub? Which role? If you can't answer those 3 questions in a single sentence, you are not ready to apply, period. Inside Google, there are roughly 6 big functional zones. Engineering, SWE, SRE, ML, cloud. Product, PM, APM, UX. Sales, by headcount, the biggest part of most regional offices. Marketing, PMM, brand comms, strategy, business development, S&O, finance. And specialized organizations like research, YouTube, hardware. Your job, before you ever touch an application, is to identify the 2 or 3 of those zones where your background, your skills, and your ambitions actually overlap. Most candidates skip this step entirely. That's why most candidates lose. Now, there are exactly 5 real ways into Google. 1, full-time external hire. Apply through the website. Pass rate is brutally low. Single-digit percentages at the resume stage. 2, new graduate programs. Apply almost a year before you start. The APM program is the most competitive new grad program in tech. 3, employee referral. This is the hidden mainline. A referral dramatically raises your odds. But here's where most people get it wrong. A referral is not something you ask for. It is something a Googler offers after you've earned it. The work, building the case for yourself, happens before the referral conversation. Random LinkedIn messages, worthless. 4, internships, including APM. If you're a graduate student, this is the strongest pipeline that exists. And 5, the boomerang, former Googlers returning at senior levels. Doesn't apply to you yet, but it's worth knowing the door stays open for life once you're in. Google evaluates every candidate on 5 dimensions. Role-related knowledge. Can you actually do the job? Table stakes. General cognitive ability. How you structure ambiguous problems. The famous brain teasers are gone, but the underlying assessment of how you think is very much alive. Emergent leadership, not titles. The ability to step up and take ownership of outcomes that weren't formally assigned to you. If your stories are all about executing assignments, you will struggle. Googliness, cultural fit, intellectual curiosity, comfort with ambiguity, the ability to disagree without being a jerk. And this is the one Asian candidates consistently underestimate: communication in English at a working professional level. CEFRB 2 to C1, TOEFL 100 plus, IELTS 7.0 plus. Below that, you will not survive a Google interview, no matter how strong your other skills are. Now, here's the part I really want you to hear. A graduate degree, a top MBA, a top CS Masters, a top data science program is not a credential to put on a resume. It is strategic infrastructure for your entire career. 7 reasons why. 1, Google recruiters come to target school campuses every cycle. You go from competing with the global internet to being courted directly. 2, your English fluency is proven by your transcript. The single biggest silent filter on Asian applicants disappears. 3, an MBA from a top program opens strategy, PMM, S&O, BD, cloud sales. Many of my clients walk the exact path: consulting, then MBA, then Google. We're talking Harvard, Stanford, Wharton, MIT, Sloan, Booth, Kellogg, Columbia, tuck in said. 4, a top US computer science master's, Stanford, CMU, MIT, Berkeley, is the most reliable pathway into Google engineering and research for international candidates. 5, a data science, statistics, or OR master's opens the quantitative side: quant, data science, analytics, decision science. 6, and this is the one that matters most. As a graduate student, you can intern at Google for a full summer, 12 weeks. That's not a 5-hour interview. That's 3 months of evidence. Conversion to full-time offer is dramatically higher than the cold mid-career application route. And 7, your career options post-Google compound for the next 20 years. VC, founding, senior operating roles, lateral moves to other big tech. The graduate degree pays off long after you leave Google. When I run the math with mid-career clients, tuition, opportunity cost, time, risk, the return on a top graduate program for someone aiming at Google or comparable companies is consistently strong, often exceptional. 5 mistakes that will knock you out before you even get to an on-site. The I love Google cover letter. Everyone loves Google, not a differentiator. Treating English fluency as a TOEFL score on your resume. It's not. Ignoring the actual job description. Every line is a filter. Mirror the language or lose. Asking strangers for referrals on LinkedIn. You haven't earned it yet. And applying at the wrong job level. This is one of the most common silent rejections, and self-assessment doesn't fix it. So here's where Alpha Academy comes in. For 18 years, 80,000 clients, we have done exactly this work. We map your background to the 2 or 3 Google roles you can realistically win. We design the graduate degree pathway if that's the right move. We tune your resume and interview preparation to Google-specific standards. We access the referral network we've built over almost 2 decades, and we build the multi-year timeline that fits your actual life. This isn't generic career advice. It's the same process that's put our clients into Google, Meta, McKinsey, Goldman, and the top MBA, CS, and data science programs in the world. 5 years from now, you are either inside Google or you are still saying someday. The fork is one decision. You either daydream about it or you design it. If you're ready to design it, we should talk. Link in the description. I'm Toshihiko Irisumi. Let's build it at Alpha Academy.